Cole. It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, interesting stuff coming out the heavyweight division. We know Carlos Takam, the ageless warrior, the man that will fight anybody. He'll fight Anthony Joshua. He'll fight Joe Joyce. He'll fight Arslanbek Makhmudov, Tony Oka, Povetkin, Derek Chisora, and just anybody. Joseph Parker. He'll fight anybody. We know that much about Takam. I have a lot of respect for him. He's a great warrior of the sport. But Takam just beat Tony Oka in what I believe is probably one of the highlights of his career. Because it was a fight where he was brought in to lose, and he wound up winning in pretty sound fashion. He's not wasting time. You know, Carlos Takam is striking while the iron's hot, and he wants to fight his African brother, Martin Bakole. Now, Martin Bakole, top contender in the heavyweight division. He just beat the brakes out Tony Oka, too. So they both kind of have beaten the same fighter in Tony Oka. They both have that common opponent. They're both, you know, African heavyweights. Why not? Why not? Be a good little fight, good little scrap. But here's what Carlos Takam had to say about fighting Martin Bakole. He stated the following, and I quote, "The big lion is in the forest, and he's not going to leave to play for a little one. Is Martin Bakole ready? I want Sky Sports to organize this fight. Martin Bakole is like a little brother to me, just like Tony Oka." So Carlos Takam saying, listen, man, use my junior. I'm your elder, you're my junior, and you're going to put some respect on my name when we come fight. I like it, man. It's a good fight. And I love the warrior attitude that Takam is continuing to exhibit. I really do feel like he's a fighter that, you know, I want to give my flowers to him because he's always fighting the top competition. But, you know, Bakole's been running his mouth a lot this week. And in recent memory, I like Bakole, but I'm telling the truth. Like, Bakole's been he ran his mouth a lot last week. He was talking about how apparently he stopped Alexander Usyk in sparring, and I believe he even said Tyson Fury. I don't know if it was just Fury, but he said he stopped Usyk in sparring. So that's what it is, and really that's a part of boxing gym culture where it's like, you know, the old gym culture is like you don't go around if you beat the piss out of somebody in sparring, or they beat the piss out of you. You don't go around talking about, you know, sparring for your own personal gain and your own clout. So after all the rubbish and all the trash that he talked about beating up and stopping Usyk in sparring, and they're okay. If you can stop Usyk in sparring, then surely you can stop, you know, little old Carlos Takam, right? Because, you know, most guys who are truly top level heavyweights, they beat Carlos Takam. So if you're top level, if you're upper echelon, if you're A grade, then you'll do the same to Carlos Takam. Now, I like Bakole. I think he's improved a lot since the Michael Hunter fight. But the reality is, this is a guy that got stopped by Michael Hunter. I mean, come on, man. Michael Hunter is as mid-level as they come in the heavyweight division. Michael Hunter got rid of Martin Bakole, and it's a bad look for him. And since then, you know, he's been on a what, four or five knockout? No, like he's knocked out 5 out of his last 7 opponents. The two best opponents he fought in Sergey Kuzmin and Yoka, he went the distance with both of them. So it's like you better listen, because I don't know who he's gonna fight. You know, I never thought about Bakole as an opponent for Takam, but that would be a good opponent for him. You know, Takam wants to try to max out his boxing career, and I don't really like, to me, like, I like Bakole, but I don't really view him in the same cloth as like Joyce, Hrgovic, you know, them guys. I don't see him like up there with those guys. AJ, you know, even a Joseph Parker. I don't even see him on a level with Joseph Parker. I feel like he's probably like a tier 3 heavyweight. You know, he's a tier 3 heavyweight. Carlos Takam like a tier 4 or 5 heavyweight. So it's like, I think it's a good fight. You know, Bakole stylistically is not going to reinvent the wheel. You know, he's going to be there to fight. He's going to be right there in the pocket to exchange and things like that. We know Takam likes to throw that big overhand right, which is like his money punch. So I actually think this will wind up being a very entertaining fight. And you got to feel like Takam is going to be very confident, feeling very rejuvenated after capturing such a massive victory for his career. You know, this is a guy you gotta understand about Carlos Takam. This is a guy that doesn't get the luxury of, you know, padding his record up and fighting nobodies. You know, he's kind of a B-side fighter. He don't really have the most backing. So, I mean, look at the guys he's fighting. I mean, his last 4 fights, he's fought Jerry Forrest, Joe Joyce, Arslanbek Makhmudov, and Tony Oka. And he's 2-2 in those fights. And he's only been stopped by Joe Joyce in one of those fights. So it's like, Takam is, you know, really a fighter that, you know, should never ever be put down or disrespected by any boxing fan. And I do think if Martin Bakole isn't careful, if he's not on his P's and Q's, if he don't come in his shape, if he's cocky, I feel like it's a fight where Martin Bakole can get found out. Because let me tell you this: if Michael Hunter can stop him, Carlos Takam can stop him, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So should be a good scrap if it does happen. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. You know, Carlos Takam trying to strike while the iron's hot, and he's calling out Martin Bakole for a fight. So make of that what you will. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.